Hello. Today I wanted to just make a little short video about goal setting with chronic illnesses. Because I know how easy it is to get stuck into this circle of being bedridden. As you can see, that's where most of my videos are taped, or from my bed, because I am still bedridden. However, I am going to start making goals for myself. And when I set a goal, I'm going to reach it. I don't just set a goal and let it sit there. I set a goal and I'm going to do it. So I'm at the point where I need to start goal setting. A friend of mine sent me an amazing video of how awesome he skated, like now, as he's sick, which was an inspiration for me. And that day I was able to set a goal because I was like, if my friend can do it, I can do it. So what I did when my children came home is I set a goal of 10 minutes of kitchen dancing. Okay. So I got my 90s mix on YouTube playing. So like pump a jam, pump it up. I'm not sure if that was one of the songs, but Ricky Martin, old school, kicking it old school, because that's how I roll. So my kids come home and they're used to seeing mommy the last few years not moving so much at all. Sadly, it's been tough on them. And actually, my daughter just yesterday was. I'm not gonna cry because this is a positive goal setting video. But for example, yesterday my daughter was telling me that she is so worried because she sees that I have healing happening. She's worried that once I'm healed enough to run, that I'm going to get bit by a tick again and have Lyme disease. So that's how far ahead my daughter's brain is going already. She sees a glimmer of mama, and then in her poor little brain, she's thinking, but once mama's better, she's going to be running because that's what I love to do. And what happens if she gets sick again? So she started crying and she got really, really upset. And then it brought out how she told me again, she said, Mommy, you've been sick for 4 years. I said, babe, how do you know that? Because I don't tell her that. And she says, I've been counting the years. So that's how much it's affected her. She's going to be 9 in January. She knows, she says that I've been sick since she was 5. And she knows her birthday's coming up in January. So she knows that that's going to be 4 years of mommy not being the mummy that she remembers. Breaks my heart. But she does see a glimmer of hope, and I haven't had that glimmer of hope in 4 years. So that's huge. Thank you, stem cell. That's amazing. Okay, so I've been trying to train my brain, because that's what we have to do to stay positive. We have to train our brains. Okay, it's so easy to let the negative take over. It's so easy to not set goals and just get sucked into my bed. Literally, that's what I feel like. I feel like my bed's eating me and I can't get out. But if we could just set even just one goal a day when we're really sick of movement, that's what I would say. Not even if the movement's laundry, that's movement. If the movement's unloading the dishwasher, that's movement. My goal that day after watching my friend skate was to dance straight for 10 minutes. Not really dance, like not how I would really, dance back in the day, because I love busting a move. Whether I look silly or not, doesn't matter, because I feel so good when I'm busting a move. I feel good when I'm making people laugh. I feel good when I'm with other people. I feel good at work. I feel good with my friends and family. I don't feel good when I'm in my bed by myself for years and years. I don't. I want to be back to me, and I want to be back to my life. In order to get there, I'm going to have to set little itty bitty goals, because I have had so much damage done because of the Lyme to my body. I've had so much damage. I've had so much regression. This is the weakest I have been in my entire life. Just holding my phone feels like I'm lifting 1 billion pounds right now. And that's not me. Usually I'm quite strong. I am. I've always maintained health. I've always maintained fitness from the second, like, I did spin classes until the day my children were born. And then, like I said, the second that I got the A-OK that I was okay to exercise again, I was out there in the trails running, racing. So that's something that I told my daughter. I said, okay, babe. I said, will it make you feel better if mommy doesn't run in the trails anymore? And if I only road run, just run on the roads from now on, I won't do trail races. I'll just do road running. And her eyes lit up and she said, yes, please, mommy. So that's something that I am going to do. And I should not have to do that because of ticks in the trails. But it's a sad truth. And yes, I could get reinfected. Bottom line, even with getting any sort of treatment, we can always get reinfected. And once we're in remission from all this treatment and all this money, if I get bit again, I'm right back to square one. And that's the sad truth, but I'm not thinking of that. I'm thinking of healing. I'm thinking of setting goals. I'm thinking of not running in the trails because, hey, if that's a fear of my daughter's, it's going to be a fear of mine now. And I would never want to take that away from my daughter. I am going to be a mom. I'm going to be the mom that I am and always have been, which is a little hyper, cuckoo banana, you know, not sleeping all the time and doing absolutely nothing. So I'm excited to get back to being, I know I've said this before, but Mama Joe, because that's who I am. I'm Mama Joe. All right? So, setting goals. My goal was to dance for 10 minutes when my kids got home, and I wanted to make sure my kids were there to see me dance for 10 minutes because I knew how it was going to make them feel good, right? Seeing mom move, of course that's going to make them feel good. So it's like a double-edged wha-bam awesomeness. So I put my 90s music on. I actually set the timer on the stove because I was like, I'm not going to make 10. In my mind, I thought I wouldn't even make 10 minutes. So I set the timer for 10 minutes, and don't you know, the timer goes off, and Ricky Martin comes on. I'm like, living the Vida Loca? What? So I kept on going. Cruz shuts, like, all the lights off in the house, so it was like a disco party. All I have is, like, my salt lamps on all over the place. And we danced for 20 minutes. So I did double what I thought I could. Did I pay for it later? A little. I felt like I ran a marathon, which is kind of a good thing, but then my body has had to recover from that, feeling like a marathon. However, it releases good, feel-good hormones in your brain too. It releases oxytocin, which is exercise. Exercise releases great feeling hormones in our brains, and that's why it's so good for us to move, and so important for us to move, even when we feel like we can't. Movement is key. Whether if it is unloading the dishwasher, the washing machine, making a bed, even the thought of lifting my head off the pillow sometimes is debilitating. That's been the last week. I've been having a really, really rough week. My heart, I've had severe pain in my heart to the point where I almost went to the hospital. And I don't go to the hospital because with my condition, they don't know what's happening. It's a parasite, and you can't see a parasite, right? So I stay home during those heart attack moments where I feel like literally I'm having a heart attack. There's no other ways. There's no other way to describe my heart pain. It's debilitating. I gasp for air. I get air hunger. That is definitely the part where the cells are probably trying to repair right now. However, I danced for 20 minutes. What? That was awesome. That made me feel good. That was once this week. I'm recovering from that 20-minute long movement dance. Like, oh my gosh, Cruz. I did a Running Man. Literally, I did the Running Man, like, pretended to run, doing the Running Man, and Cruz starts yelling, Ray, Mom can run! Like, he's never even seen me, poor guy, because he's only 4. He's never seen Mommy run. He's never seen Mommy jump. Like, I jumped like 2 inches off the ground, and he was like ecstatic. Mommy can jump! Bless his little soul. Wait, just wait, Cruz. Wait till Mama's all better. You're gonna be like, who is this lady? Where'd she come from? I can't wait to be that person again. In my spirit, I feel like I'm that person, but physically, I can't physically do what I used to do yet. Yet. And I don't like using the word can't, and I've said that before. I'm unable. Because we can. It's just sometimes with illnesses and with pain, we're unable to do the things that we want to do or that we used to do, right? So, today I'm going to set a goal with you. And I think it's going to be a dancing one because my kids love to dance and it's easy. I can do it in my kitchen. I love music. I love dancing. I love movement. If I get nervous, I can sit down on the couch if I don't feel well. So my goal is going to be, since I was able to dance for 20 minutes last time, but I'm not going to set my goal at 20 minutes because that was like holy bananas. Couldn't believe it, 20 minutes. I'm going to set my goal at 15. It's going to be a realistic goal, okay? So I'm going to set my goal at 15 minutes of nonstop movement. We'll call it that. It's not really dancing. It's more like movement that I'm doing. Because my daughter's with her friend and my son right now is helping my husband. So when they get home, when my Dunn and Sauter get home, Dunn and Sauter, that's my brain. When my son and daughter get home, we're gonna do some kitchen dancing for 15 minutes. I'm gonna set the alarm, and if the alarm goes off and I feel good and I can continue, wha-bam! That's amazing. And I'm going to praise myself for that because we are so hard on ourselves. We are so hard on our brains. Like right now I'm looking at a big giant pile of laundry that drives me nuts. I can't physically do that giant pile of laundry. Literally, I can't. But it's something that bothers me looking at. And it's something that I would have crushed and never even had a giant pile of laundry like this. Like it's a mountain. It's like the Duncan mountain of laundry. But I have to let that go. I have to say, okay, well, today's not my day to do the giant pile. Maybe I'll do a couple loads, obviously, but the giant pile is going to still be there. That's okay because I'm going to do some movement. And that's my goal too. And a smile is often started by another one's smile. I hope today I could make you smile because even through our struggles, even through our pain, even through the debilitation of chronic illnesses, whether if it's Lyme, MS, Parkinson's, anything that just brings you down every single day. Every day we're faced with this illness. I wake up every day and go to bed every night thinking about it. And that takes a toll on our soul, literally takes a toll on our soul, and it takes a toll on our brains. And then we change into different people. I don't want to change who I am. I still want to be Melissa. At the end of all of this healing, even though 4 years have been the hardest 4 years I've ever endured ever, I'm still going to come out of it being me, but maybe just a little bit stronger. For sure, a little bit stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Live a little longer. I'm a terrible singer, I know that. But I love music, and I love listening to music. And when I listen to music, it makes me feel better. Because I can't watch TV. It hurts. It makes me sick. It makes me nauseous. But I do love to listen to music. And if you even ask my mom, I couldn't even listen to music at one point. Literally, it had to be completely dark, completely silent, or I was in debilitating pain. So the fact that I can put on some light music makes me happy. And my mom's like, she notices if she comes into my house, she's like, if the music's a little bit louder, she's like, oh, you must be feeling good today. Music's a little loud. I'm like, yes, I am. But that's what keeps me smiling, right? Is thinking of future. I can't keep thinking of the past. Because if I keep thinking of yesterday, or the day before, or the month before, the year before that, then I'm going to be stuck in that circle of sadness. Where if I think of the future and I put hope into my eyes and I put hope into my heart and I set goals, because I'm a goal setter. I've always been a goal setter. I know that. Um, and I've always been I always try to push my I've always tried to push my body the hardest that it could go, or my brain the strongest that it could go. So I feel like coming out of hopefully the other end of this illness one day, I'm gonna be like super strong and super brainy, because I had so many days to work on my brain alone in my bed, and I've had so many goals to get my body stronger. Um, and I will. Oh, yes, I will. I will not fail my children. My children need me, and I will be Mama Joe again before we know it. I hope. Well, no, not the I hope about being me again. It's just before I know it, I hope. It just takes time. And time is of the essence these days. And time we dwell on, right? I know that this is a long process for me to heal, but the fact that I can feel a little bit of healing in between my debilitation, I have not felt ever before, and I would never have felt if I didn't have stem cell treatment. So, how could I not be super happy that I have those glimmers of hope and that I can set goals to get my body stronger? Because that's the next step, is getting my body back to my body, because I am bedridden. I've been bedridden since 2017. Literally, I go from my bed to the living room. And then if I go out, like I did to this amazing multiple sclerosis event to help raise money for it, and it was a beautiful event. Like, we wore ball gowns. I know I talked about it. I'm still recovering from that day of being actually like standing and out in public and dressed and makeup on and do a little 2-second dancey dance. But it was so worth it. And if I didn't have that day, I wouldn't have that awesome memory, right? Like, hey, that day was awesome. That was like a week and a half ago. So if I have to recover for a month in between, I'm gonna have another awesome day coming up. I know it, because I'm not gonna let myself shrivel up in my bed. No way, no how. I have 2 beautiful children, and they're waiting for mom to come back. So I hope that you guys can set a goal. So that's my goal. Okay, so every day I'm going to set a little goal, and it's going to be something that gets my body moving, because it hasn't been moving in so long. So my lymphatic system is shutting down, obviously, right? Causing a lot of toxins to be sitting in my stomach and in my liver and all those things, because I'm not moving enough. My heart, my blood pressure is dangerously low, because my body is used to me being an Energizer bunny, pumping my heart 24/7 from the second I wake up at 6 in the morning to the second I go to bed at midnight. Literally go, 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 smiling, happy, yay, woohoo, woohoo, I love my life, to being sleeping all the time, having nightmares, and not moving. So, in order to get out of this pattern, I think I know that each day I'm setting a physical goal. I'm going to do that physical goal. Dancing, whether if it's taking my dog Luke, who's looking at me right now, is like, where have you been? For a walk 5 houses down, however far, maybe at least 7 houses down the next time, who knows? But I always like to push. And the fact that I have been so debilitated is how debilitating Lyme is, because I'm pretty strong. I fit, like, physically and mentally and spiritually, I'm strong. This disease has definitely broken me down a lot, and has definitely tested my strength a lot, and has tested my positivity the entire time, because I'm usually the slightly annoying positive. Maybe if you see the Trolls movie, Poppy, the character Poppy. I think that my students that I work with, they used to say if I was a character, I'd be Poppy. which made me feel really good and silly. And I love that they thought of that. It was so funny. Um, but it's been trying me. This definitely this illness is not something that we can naturally stay positive enduring. It's a mission. But hey, we all have missions. Whether if it's life mission, whether if it's a health mission, whether if it's a Olympic mission, whether if it's a church mission, we all have some sort of mission that we are on. And life is a mission. So I hope that setting a goal a day will help you accomplish your mission of life, because I know that that's definitely going to be a big part of mine. A smile is often started by another one's smile.